I'm sitting there out here in the early morning dampness. Good morning, Suzanne. Good morning. Suzanne Loman. Awesome. Good morning. You number one, sweetie. Number one. Uh, Erica, good morning. My glasses a little bit fogged up. Eyes a little fogged up. Good morning, Linda. Marcia. Uh, Ella Hicks. Lisa, good morning. Chris Thompson, good morning. Mackenzie Thompson, yes, good morning. Mary Malone, okay. You know how I am with names. Deborah Barnes, good morning. Michelle, good morning. Michelle Brown, also good morning. Anna Maria Piazza, Kim Boshaw. Now, I see some new names, guys. I want to welcome you here. You will enjoy, if not me, these folks that you're going to be meeting here. They're awesome people. I call them my people. And we're all more or less just like friends, not our family. Just kind of like a big family sitting around chatting. Good morning, Heather. Dawn, good morning. Karen, and some of your names go by so fast. Good morning, Sue. Hatari, good morning. I don't get to see your name as it goes by real fast, but I want you to know you're welcome here. And so many of you guys, and you new folks too, remember this. You'll see people, you'll hear this, you see their comments, you'll get to know them. And a lot of folks, Barb Hayes, good morning. Janet, Suzanne Miller, Marcia Hamilton, Nancy, Carol. I'm just trying to keep up with some, but I can't. Miss Candu, good morning. Linda, Amy, Kat. They make friends. They go to Facebook, whatever, they become friends and whatever. They chat back and forth even during the week, or days and nights. And a lot of folks. Good morning, Peggy. Peggy's here this morning. Uh, Good morning, Steve. Uh, it's raining here, Steve. It's been raining all day yesterday, almost all day, off and on. But last night or yesterday evening late, we got a downpour. I bet we got 2.5 inches within maybe an hour. I mean, it just poured. Uh, yeah, these folks love to chat. And there's folks out there that live alone. You don't have, you might not have neighbors, or you do know you have neighbors, but you're not real close to. But you can make friends right here with some of these folks here, and they'll be just like a neighbor to you. I chat with these people all day long on my regular uh, comments and emails and just chats. Even some phone calls from some, and the only thing, if you ever talk to Ronnie Neal, you new folks, just kind of take, it's like taking, a grain of salt. Just be careful and make sure before you talk to him, he has clothes on. He's a nudist. Not really. I pick on him. I love Ronnie. We chat all the time. Good morning, my dear. Yeah, thank you, Marie. Thank you, my dearest PawPaw. Yeah, that's me. Not a lot to talk about on my end of it today. Ben didn't come yesterday. Uh, I did do a little bit on my own. I couldn't work outside, so I went inside the bee rooms. Welcome new folks from Tennessee. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I noticed yesterday a lady said, make sure Will knows that I'm from Georgia and I can't remember the name of the town now. And good morning, Kara, Vera, and May, and Marie. Good morning. There's old Will. She said, make sure Will knows that I'm from Georgia. Well, I can't remember the name of it now. Doggone it. Will's over in Georgia, but it's raining. I know, Will. I know it's raining because when it rains in Georgia, Will's on here. He's on here because his wife makes him go to the room, locks him in his room, said, you play on your phone, Will, and leave me alone. So there he sits in his room, agitating people, picking on people, talking trash to us. I hate people that talk trash. uh, anyway, now if it's sunshiny, oh, he's gone. He's out in the pasture. I don't blame him. I don't blame him a bit in the world. I'd be out there too. And I am a lot, but mostly my time out in the pasture is more or less in the afternoons. I do stuff here around the house in the mornings and chores and stuff. I sometimes babysit, you know, and if she's got stuff to do, her and Kim, and sometimes Coderberries don't want to go. Just, come on, baby, go. No, I don't. Stay with Papa. Okay. So, uh, most of my out in the pasture stuff in the afternoons, the cow stuff is always in the afternoon mostly. Uh, William said he's in Augusta, or near there. Okay. Uh, all right. Something about an old song. I didn't catch the song. Let's hear the song. Run it by me again. What was it, like a rainy days in Georgia, or something, rainy nights in Georgia, something like that? Was there a song like that? Uh, There's by Manola. She's over there in North Louisiana. Uh, anyway, if you'll notice, if you're new on here, uh, William likes those slick, slimy okra. I can eat it. I can eat it. Don't care for it that much. I love pickled okra, and I love, you know, fried okra. Uh, they take it and they salt and pepper it and roll it around in some cornmeal, I guess, and fry it. Ooh, it's good. Uh, I guess Ronnie's on there. I see somebody telling Ronnie good morning. Oh, doggone it. Uh, my heart goes out for Ronnie, guys. I'm very serious. He is, yeah, he's really working hard trying to help his friend. He don't have nobody, and Ronnie's it. And so Ronnie goes over several times a day down the road to where he lives and tries to help take care of whatever has to be taken care of. Supposed to be going on hospice, but they haven't showed up yet. Uh, yeah, we ain't gonna ask for that, Will. We're not gonna ask for that. Will's investigate. No state trooper likes to investigate everything, you know, you hear. And so we've been investigating Ronnie. Good luck with that. But yeah, Ronnie says, you know, all them folks in Georgia, that's what he's telling me now. Well, I didn't say this. All them folks over there in Georgia raise peanuts. You remember Jimmy Carter, big peanut farmer? I said, yeah, they were peanuts. He said, well, you know, Will's probably a peanut farmer. I said, there's nothing wrong with that, Ronnie. I like peanuts. But yeah, but you know, nicknames for peanuts, you know what that is. I'm not going there. No, Ronnie, get back. I try to protect you, Will. I try. No okra for Nancy. She don't like okra. I like fried okra, and I can eat the other. I can. I love pickled okra. Uh, uh, thing about okra, you folks yeah, if you ever raised okra, it's almost a daily thing to get out there and cut that stuff. You leave it an extra day, so it gets so hard you can't do nothing with it. I don't even think you could boil it and make it tender. So you got to stay with it. I don't do hardly okra no more. I have and done real good with it. I know. Well, you're right. There's no helping him. There's no helping him. He wakes up with it on his mind. He goes to bed with it on his mind. Probably dreams it. Probably dreams it too. Uh, uh, Peggy says, happy birthday to your husband. Somebody had a birthday. Okay. I forget. I didn't see who it was. Amy's husband. All right. Happy birthday, Amy's husband. I don't normally sing to another guy, but I could. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Amy's husband. Happy birthday to you. There you go. It was free. Didn't cost a dime. Not a dime. It's the way I am. The way I roll. Got that shirt, little tractor says the way I roll. Uh, oh, somebody tried some pickled pig lips. I've never tried pickled pig lips, sweetie. They tried the pickled pig's feet. They're cleaned. There's no toenails on them. There's nothing like that. No hair. No barnyard stick-ons. It's just very boiled, clean, and pickled, and it's delicious. My wife hates it. She hates to see me walk in the door and sit down with it. And, oh, I hope I can smell that. No, no, I hate that stuff. Yeah, you're not eating it, baby. It's me. I love it. Going to school, when I was in school, back when, there's a boy that I think they lived back in the woods. They was homesteaders, true homesteaders, and they had a bunch of hogs, and I'm sure they killed a bunch of wild hogs too. But they processed their hogs, and nothing got wasted, nothing. And they pickled all their pig's feet. Yeah, they did it themselves. I don't know how they do it. You know, I ain't gonna try it. But I know him. That's what G said. But he would get on the bus in the morning sometimes and smell it like pig's feet. And it didn't bother me because I love pig's feet. I always did. But other kids, what's that smell? And I felt bad for them. You know, they probably they cooked them in the house or whatever they did to them. Probably just smells everywhere. You know. Kind of remind me of my mom. My mom grew up like everybody else, pretty poor, and they were farmers. Not a big farm, just a little small farm. Her mom and dad raised everything they eat, everything. And I loved going over there growing up. I loved hanging out with my grandpa. So many stories and stuff. But they didn't have screens on their windows. And in the spring and in the early fall, mosquitoes would still be bad. And there wasn't no TVs and all that kind of stuff. And they would go out and sit on the front porch. And my grandfather would go out and get he had a big old cast iron pot. It's used only for this now, it wasn't for cooking also. And he'd put cow chips in it. Now, if you don't know what cow chips are, they're like dried cow poop. And it set it on fire. Now, they don't burn, they just kind of smolder. You'd take that pot here and set it on the stove or on the top of the old wood heater, just let it sit there and the smoke fill the house. Yeah, and they'd sit on the front porch. He'd tell Bible stories or he'd sing. They'd all sing together, talk. Families communicated. And then when it was about time to go to bed, he'd go in and get that old pot, take it out, sit out there in the yard, and he'd just keep on smoking. But they'd all go in and it'd be like a little smoky haze in the house. Get their beds. Wouldn't be no mosquitoes though. Mosquitoes done left there. They done left. They was glad there wasn't no screens. They was able to get out. And I said, Mom, didn't y'all's clothes probably smell like smoke? She said, yeah, I probably did. She said, but everybody did it, so everybody smelled the same. That's the way it is. Poor folks got poor ways, that's how it works. Got a lot of comments about my old attic fan. That old fan was what we grew up with, that very fan. It was upstairs, built into the wall, and a big vents behind it, And didn't have a timer on it. Good morning, Vera. Sweet Vera's back with us this morning. Good morning, sweetie. Glad to see you on here. I missed you. It didn't have a timer switch, so at night, in an attic fan, you can't beat them. Now, they got some drawbacks too. If it's hot outside, even though it's moving the air, it'll be kind of hot air coming in during the day, but at night, when it cools down, that cool air comes in, but it also brings humidity. And several stories go about that, but we'd be laid up there, we slept with the windows open, and everything, and that attic fan pulling that cool air through. Boy, you'd actually get cold at night. At some point during the night, you'd hear my mom or dad coming up the stairs, doot, 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 click, turn it off, the old fan. It had a humming noise, music to my ears. And I do want to box it back up, build a box for it, and if I don't do anything but use it out there in that barn, when I'm out there working or something, doing out there, turn it on, let it run, just listen to it. All I got to do is get a motor and a belt, and I can get that at any hardware store. Uh, anyway, uh, that's why anyway, when the old house burned, when Kim was living down there, the old house, when my mom passed, it went to my niece, my mom's granddaughter. They'd raised her. And so she gave it to her. And her husband, kind of goofy. He's kind of a goofy guy. He comes over and he's going to remodel. He started tearing stuff out, tore about half the floors out. And it needed jacking up. It needed kind of, leveling and stuff. A lot of work it needed. But he got into, after he tore a bunch of stuff out, he said, well, that's too much work for me. He quit and went on back. Eventually, he left anyway. He's gone. He's gone. But, so, there's a house over there now couldn't even be used for nothing, and half the floors are out. You can look down and see the dirt down underneath there and the blocks. And so Kim offered Debbie to buy the old house. It meant a lot to Kim. And so she sold it, and Kim bought it, so we all go down, and mostly Kim, but all of us helped out. We all kind of got the floor back in it. Kim got it jacked up and leveled, and started doing her magic. I call it magic, because she could take a room. In fact, she did it down there. It was an old dining room one day, go down a few days later, and it's a kitchen. It's beautiful. It's set up beautiful. 6 months later, the kitchen's back where it used to be. That's Kim. That's Kim. She loves projects, and she does beautiful work. Anyway, eventually the old house caught on fire. It was old. The old wiring up in the old house was like on insulators. The old time wire. There'd be insulators across the rafters or across the joist up in the attic, and it'd be a ground wire on one row of insulators and maybe the hot wire on the other. So, eventually some of that old stuff just caught on fire, and the old house started burning down. Thankfully, Kim and Levi was able to get out of the house and everything, and most of the old house was destroyed. But I went upstairs. What was left of the upstairs, some of it was burnt out, and holes you see all the way down to the bottom floor. I got up there though, and the old attic fan, the old wires burned off, the motor belt burned off, but the old fan, the old screen wires in front of the old rabbit wire, I call it, was all laid out on the floor, kind of strange stuff. I spun it, but it spun, so I said, I'm gonna take this fan. And I worked up there real carefully so I didn't fall through with that fan, and got it out. And before the old house was finally demolished. Anyway, so I saved it, and I'm gonna fix it up. Kim is a definition of jack of all trades. She can do plumbing, and Buddy's a plumber. I've been buttering him up. Bud. I'm gonna need you, bud. I'm gonna need you. But she can do all kinds of stuff. And when we get the little house built, I'll probably do most of the wiring. I'll get somebody to help me pull it. I could wire I did on my house over here. I could do all that wiring into the breaker boxes and all that stuff, and the outlets and all that. Not a big deal. But there'll be something for everybody that can do. We still haven't decided about that ceiling. We talked about the old tin in the ceiling, but she said, I don't want to see a bunch of old rusty tin up in the ceiling. But gee, it's artwork. There's a cafe, nice cafe. I think it's called Humble Cafe, in fact, down there in Humble. Makes sense, don't it? Humble Cafe. And they've got old tin throughout that store, that cafe. It's beautiful. But we hadn't decided on that. On the ceiling yet. We've not decided. But we're going to be taking down a bunch of tin, so we'll have a bunch of tin if we want it. Stuff somebody said, oh, y'all throw it away still. Well, the stuff we throw away had big gouged holes in it. Uh, the ends are all cut off, crazy and jagged and everything else. It couldn't be used no more. It had big holes where nails had been pulled through, so that couldn't be used for something like this. So it went in a dumpster. Uh, yeah, there's Karen. Good morning, Karen. Yeah, it would hold dust. It would, rust would, and it wouldn't look good. And I guess, you might could sand it all down and repaint it. You could paint it, and that might be okay. Something to think about. We still haven't decided on that part yet. We've had Coda Bear now 2 nights in a row. Oh, she's sweet. Last night she got in trouble. She got in trouble. Hid. She hid from G. And I'm watching TV, doing some comments. She was doing something, and I think, shower or whatever. And she come out, and Coda Bear done had her bath, had her little nightie on, whatever, nightgown, whatever. And she says, "Where's Coda?" I said, "I guess in her room." Yeah. Coda. Coda don't answer. She goes in. Coda's not in her room. Sometimes she gets under the bed and hides. Get up from under the bed. No, she's not under the bed. So then now she's starting to panic. She comes out. She goes to her room. Checks. She's not in there. She just checked the front porch. I said, she ain't went out on the front porch. I'm sitting right here. But I thought she could have, because sometimes she goes out on the porch and plays. I'll go to the front porch. She's not there. She's going out the back door looking, hollering. She's not there. They're in a panic. We're in a panic. I know she doesn't go upstairs, but that would have been the next place to go. But so I'm kind of just making a pass to the house, looking and hollering, and she's hollering, and she's in the kitchen cabinet hiding. I think it's funny. I opened that cabinet, she just starts laughing. I said, "It ain't funny, little girl." I eased her out, swatted her little butt, and that upset her so much. She's mad at me now. Oh, she took off running, screaming like I'd beat her. All I did was swat her one time on her little butt. I said, "You don't hide like that and make G worry, Anyway, but she got over it. Next thing you know, she's coming there playing like a ghost with some kind of sheet over her head, trying to scare me. Something about a hay-string thong. I don't have one. That might be kind of interesting. I wore one of them things one time as a joke, and then somebody took a picture. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. I don't think I'd do that again. No, Michelle, I bet she don't hide like that again either. It got her a little bit when I swatted her one. Here we go, Will. You're going to talk about my garden. Go ahead. I'm going to side up with old Wiley. Go ahead, goober. Right, he's just a goober rancher. He ain't a goober rancher, right? The man, he got cattle. He got a big ranch. He got a big farm. All kinds of stuff. But then he wants to start in on me on my pathetic little pansy garden. Well, it ain't a pansy garden. It's a custom. Got a sign out there to prove it. Yes, it is. Anna, they will scare you to death because you don't know where they went. Now, we don't have no neighbors for her to run out and get hijacked with. Oh, boys, come back. I don't understand that deal there. It's a garbage truck, something backing up here. That's crazy, I think. But anyway, I think it's a garbage truck. Bunch of lights on it. But anyway, yeah, it's scary. Because then we couldn't find her. You always worry. You see so many. What are you, Buster? Come on. So many stories of children just disappear. People get them. They go to the store with their mom, and their mom looks the other way for a second. They just don't take nothing. I'm not out there. Well, you don't know how my cucumber plants look. Yeah, they do look like toothpicks, and they're not doing really good like I was hoping. Uh, I got a little issues out there, but it's okay. They're going to do something. They're going to do something well. And next year, I got a plan for them. They're going to do better. Buster, get over here. These guys backed all the way up my driveway, guys. It's the garbage truck coming to get the garbage. They always drive up and turn around and back up to it. Good morning. Y'all back all the way up? Oh, yeah, you can always turn around up here. New driver. New driver. Well, I don't know how many plants I can put out there. I put too many because I was trying to just see what they're going to do. I've thinned them out once. I need to thin them again. But I'm just kind of seeing what's going to be the stronger, you know, stronger survive, so to speak, and pull the little weak ones out. One side is that I put the barnyard manure on earlier. It's starting to kind of catch up and take off. The other side, I just did it. And they're still pansy. They're still pansies. Good morning, Sharon Sight. Carly K, good morning. Okay. I don't know what Ronnie's trying to tell you, Will. He said, I'll listen to somebody. I don't know what it is. There's nothing wrong, Bear. There's nothing wrong with being a Yankee. You just go ahead and be a Yankee, sweetie. It's okay. We're at peace. We're at peace. Yeah. I know, Will. I'm thinning them. You ain't got to tell me how to do a garden, Will. I've done gardens all my life. Oh, yeah. Boy, I'll tell you what. I got a call yesterday from Ricardo. Bees were swarming in his yard. And he said they're everywhere. I said, well, are they landing on something? He said, yeah, it looks like they're going to land in a peach tree. And I said, well, I wish I'd been there. He said there's like a big old clump landing, and they all go into this peach tree. That's a swarm, and they're going to land there, Ricardo, for a while before they find them a home. They're not going to stay there forever. But if you could add a box, they're only 4 foot off the ground. I said, oh man, you can take an open box, set it below them, and shake that limb real fast like that, and it'll just like jelly. Fall into it, put the lid on, you got you some bees. There's a little bit more to it, but basically. He don't have any of that stuff. He said, I don't know what I'd do with them anyways. I said, well, look, you got a beekeeper somewhere. He said, yeah, there's one down the road. I said, you need to go tell him so he can come and get them and give them a home, because they're going to eventually fly off to find a hollow tree or get to somebody's attic. You know, you never know. They get up to somebody's attic and they'll have to have them fumigated or something to get them out of there. I got into a deal like that once. A gentleman down here, on the old Houston Road, worked with my brother, and he told my brother that worked with me, he said, I got some bees, honeybees, going in and out of my attic up under a gable. And my brother told him his brother does bees. He had asked the doctor to want to come look at them. Thankfully, I did. I went down, but thankfully, and I got them. But the guy had taken all the siding off. I would not want to tear into his house. But he got up over the ladder and took the siding off, and this, between these studs, these 2x4s, was a huge nest, comb of honeybees. They wasn't happy when he'd pull all the boards off. So I climb up on this little roof with all my stuff, my box, my brush, my smoker, my knife, and I start smoking and trying in the box. I cut some of that comb out, put it down that box. The eventually I got the queen in that box, and when I got her in there, then all of us kept trying to go to that box, and I was able to get down off the roof by cleaning up all the mess between the two studs, all that honeycomb stuff, and climb back down and set the box in the back of my truck. And the bees realized she's down there, so they all started coming off the house, going down to that box and going in where she was at. And I stayed there probably about 3 or 4 hours trying to get all them bees that I could. A lot of bees have been out foraging, and they're coming home, and where's mama? Where's mama? Where's our house? But it took them a little bit to realize where they were. But I finally got most of them. And I told him if he didn't mind, he'd just leave that open for 2 or 3 days. What's left, they'll leave. They won't stay there by themselves. They'll finally leave. And he did. It worked out pretty good, but I got a box of bees out of it. Yeah, Woody's out there barking at him too. Buster's right here beside me. Woody, come on, Woody. Stop trying to hurt people. Woody. Woody's. I get so angry with Woody sometimes. Not angry, just spank him. Angry. Come on, son, get over here. Because we're getting ready to go. And he's gonna stand there and look at you thinking, do I want to go? Or do I want to mark this leaf or something first? And then he will. Don't worry about it. You got a face all dirty. Dirty face, please. Sit right here until they leave, okay? You don't need to be out there. You run over, okay? Woody needs a haircut already, but he ain't gonna get one right now. It's too expensive. You're just gonna be a hippie, Woody, for a while. I tried to do it every 6 weeks, but it ain't been 6 weeks. And he already needs a haircut. I already tell that lady, give him a burr. You know, the old burrs, what those kids used to get. Go to the barber and just get a burr. Just burr it off. Kind of like Ronnie. Ronnie does his hairstyle. It's a burr. Ronnie's trying to grow hair back out. Yeah, he shaved his head for a while. And now he decided to see him grow some hair because Jimmy's got hair. You know, sweet Jimmy's got hair and Ronnie wants to have hair. I look for Ronnie to have a pigtail. You know, I look for him to grow a pigtail. Never know. I could grow hair on the back of my head, probably, you know, back there. I could grow me a pigtail. Wouldn't that be awesome? Kristen Barber. Yeah, little Woody. He's a sweet little boy. He's a sweet little guy. Yeah, a pigtail would look good, wouldn't it? Good morning, Amy. Name's kind of slowing down now. I can kind of catch some of them. Thank you, Janet. Yeah, remember to hit the like button, thumbs up button. Yeah, there's a lot of folks out there, Karen, that probably need some prayers today. I know several, Ronnie and his friend Stan. There's, thank you, Ronnie. There's a lot of folks that are sick, and they do need the prayers, you know. And I believe in prayers, and I know you do too. So, Kippy is back. I have not caught a swarm in my bee box. They came, but I think the ants got in there and they left, and they haven't come back. I've cleaned it all out, got the ants out of there, put some ant poison around that tree, keep them away from that tree. But there's been no activity there to speak of. It's getting kind of late, but you can have swarms all summer long, just not as many. Most of them in the early spring, and then if it's you can hop down, baby. If it's a big hive, a real productive hive, they sometimes will swarm more than once, because that queen, if she's good and active, she's laying thousands of eggs a day. And as they're hatching, they're filling that box up, or that tree or whatever they're in, filling it up quick. And when it gets too crowded, then they'll hatch off another queen. and that old queen will take half of them, and they'll leave. That's a swarm. They're gonna go somewhere and find a new home and start over. And then that new queen, she'll continue in that hive with those what was left. And but if they build up too quick and they run out of room, then they can swarm again. Then that little queen, she's out of the house looking for a new home too. Bees, excuse me. Go home, chickens. Go home. There comes all them moochers over here waiting for me to feed up. Bees are fascinating. Excuse me, I got choked on my own coffee. The best way I found to attract bees, first you put a box up or whatever you so far to go to, put some frames in there, and I've seen people just put up empty boxes. But the best bait I found to attract them is lemon tree oil. You can buy it at essential oils, lemon tree oil. And, or lemongrass oil. And you put several drops inside the box, the odor will linger longer, and some along the little doorway, and any bee passing by is going to smell it, and it's going to attract him. And if it happens to be bees that are looking for a home, then they're going to be attracted to that box. There they are. Hey, we got a home here. And then hopefully they all move in. It's nothing more awesome than watching a swarm come into a box. I've caught a lot of swarms over the years, but most of them were already in the box when I found them in there. I go down one day, there's a swarm. My friend Larry and I was driving back in the back one time with my old mule, and we driving along, and I had a couple of boxes out, traps. And I come around the bend, and I could see it looked like a football hanging on the side of this box. I said, wow. He said, what? I said, I got some bees. He said, don't take me over there, I'm allergic. I said, okay. So I stopped. He got out and I walked up there, and it's like a football of bees hanging on the side of this box, and they're going in. It's like 3 or 4 at a time, just like it's a steady little army coming off that ball and going in, because the queen had went in, and they're going in to her. And that was awesome. Another time we had out here on this top of this old shed, this old shop, there's a swarm that landed in a limb up there right above that shop roof. So Dan took the tractor and put my box in a bucket. He lifted me up there, and I got up there and I set the box, and I shook that limb, and all the bees fell off. Most of them went in the box. Some went on the floor or on the roof. And they're not, swarms don't normally sting you. They're not trying to protect nothing. They're just trying to find a home. And I've been told that before they leave to go look for a new home, they gorge themselves on honey, because they may not have anything to eat for several days. And that might be one reason, when you're got a full tummy, you don't want to do that. Ask Ronnie. Don't do it. Eat Cheetos. Just lay up there and eat Cheetos. How do you eat it, Ronnie? I forgot what you told me. Jimmy, you tell us. Ronnie likes his Cheetos. I'm sorry. Don't you call her an old woman, Ronnie. You get in trouble, son. You don't call her an old woman. Young chick. But anyway, I stood up there and watched them for a while, and they just coming across that tin roof, always going in there, just like an army just going in there where she's at. Well, thank you, Vera. You look good too, sweetie. And you're a young lady, Vera. Don't you listen to Ronnie. Ronnie don't. He just don't. I don't know what his wife sees in him. I just can't figure it. She. What's that word? When you just kind of, I can't. There's a word I've heard it before. Don't. I don't know. Forget that word. But sometimes I call him and she's hugging him, and I think, why in the world? Maybe she feels sorry for him. He should be hugging on him. He's there with the Cheeto. Uh, I think she does Ronnie. I think. I don't know. It's be a fact. Probably like Will's wife does him. You know, when he's not outside, you just go in your room and lock yourself in, or I'll lock you in, and you leave me alone. I think. You know, sunshiny days, Will's wife says, "Hey, it's sunshiny. Get out of here. Get out." Yeah, doting. That's it. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, sweetie. Doting. She dotes on him. Yeah, that's, oh my Lord, lady. But she's such a sweet lady. Her name's Diane. But she brings him food to him. Now maybe, hey, I'm thinking, maybe that's so she ain't got to deal with him in the kitchen. That makes sense, don't it? Stay out of the kitchen, Ronnie. I'll bring your food to you. He sat up right there eating them Cheetos. And then he complains, "I'm gaining weight. I don't know." Get rid of the Cheetos, Ronnie. I have lost this. I was telling Ronnie yesterday, I lost 15 pounds, and then it seemed like I just got stuck. I got stuck at 15 pounds. But finally, this morning, I done dropped another pound. So maybe I'm going to start getting going again, you know. Tricia made hot water cornbread. I don't know how you make hot water cornbread, sweetie. Carla wants to be called Crone. What is that, baby? Crone. I don't know what that is. Okay, Ronnie, I ain't gonna say no more, buddy. You ain't gotta say nothing. She comes this way. I've lost 15 pounds. I have too, sweetie, but I'm stuck. She well, maybe we'll lose some more. And anyway, I got this morning. I lost another pound. So, and the thing, hey, listen to this. Listen to this. You talk about self-discipline, master. You guys know I love banana pudding. Well, at my birthday party, and I'd already passed the word to everybody, don't worry about banana puddings this year. I always got banana puddings from Dan, Kim, and Tina. And Lester always sent me these like little smokies wrapped in bacon and stuff. Awesome. I said, don't worry about the food, guys. I'm on a diet. Don't worry about food. And nobody did. Everything was good. But then Tina fixed to leave. She said, "Dad, here, big old bowl of banana pudding." I was not going to leave it. I was not going to leave it. I don't have that much self-discipline. So I said, okay, but I will discipline myself on eating it. And I have. I brought it home, and I have a little small portion. I want more. I want more. I can sit and eat that whole thing probably one sitting, but I don't. And that was Sunday. Today is Wednesday, and I still got probably half of it left. And I'll finish it off this week, so when she comes on the weekend, her bowl will be all washed and clean and ready to go home. Anyway, this morning, my breakfast, 2 poached eggs, some sausage, and a sourdough biscuit with about that much milk. And seriously, that's what I had yesterday morning. And I was able to go without being hungry. I mean, I take snacks off it, peanuts and stuff like that. You know, snacks. But to the next meal, and I'm not hungry. And I think last night I had a salad. I love salads. But I take a salad, listen, I tell you, my salad's probably not like what you'd make. I chop up about a half a head of lettuce. Yeah, I know. I chop up a couple of sticks of celery in it. I'll chop up a couple of boiled eggs in it. I'll take 1 link of sausage, so long, chop it little bitty pieces, throw it in there. If I have cucumber and tomato, I put them in it, but I didn't have none. And I put a handful of green olives in there. I'm trying to think if I put anything else in. I kind of go through the kitchen, throwing whatever I want in it. And then I put olive oil on it and apple cider vinegar, the mother kind, you know, the good stuff. Makes a good salad. Good salad. Uh, my feet are not muddy, Ronnie. I'm sitting here with my shoes on. Uh, they're not muddy. There's one foot just about the same as the other foot. Well, it's not a gorilla foot no more. uh, oh, I bet those Michelle are good. I love green olives. Here you get them with that pimento stuck in them, but I bet that a garlic stuff would be awesome. Uh, I like black olives too, but green olives is my favorite. And she always gets me some. Uh, see, Ronnie, your wife's not the only one that dotes on you. Dote. Thank you for telling me that word. I knew there was a word like that. Uh, hey, baby.
Hi.
Look here.
Good morning. I got a problem.
You what?
Got a problem.
What is it?
We're gonna go get a chest today, and Coda will not get up. She said she's gonna stay with PawPaw. She's not going with me.
Yeah, that's why I was telling her she likes to stay here a lot.
Yes.
That's good. I'll be in just
So,
a
okay.
few minutes, baby.
Bye, guys. Have a super day.
Yeah, they all say hello, Brenda.
Okay, super.
Yeah, baby. I'll be in as soon as I finish this here.
Okay.
Tell her I'm right here. She wants me.
Okay.
Got a problem. Houston, we've got a problem. Yeah. PawPaw, we've got a problem. She ain't a problem to me, that little girl. She's the easiest kid that I've ever kept. Now, G can keep all of them. They all like G. They all like her. But Coda Bear is the easiest I've ever had to keep. Very seldom she gets mad. And if she gets mad, the little thing gets mad all over. But she's a PawPaw was a girl. Yesterday it's raining. It's raining, and she says, "PawPaw, we gonna get blackberries?" No, baby, we're not going today. Why, PawPaw? Blackberries? I said, no, not today. It's raining. In fact, the river may come out of banks. I went down yesterday between showers, and it's up, not out of banks, it's up pretty close to the top of the banks. So I come on back and I put Ivan and Miracle in here with the goats. And just in case it comes out, you know, I don't want him to get back there behind one of those low places and then think he don't want to swim. Cows will, you know, the cows come right on out. But anyway, I put him up, him and Miracle. But then we got that heavy rains yesterday and later, and it was all the way up river, all the way up toward Huntsville. So I'm sure that river's probably going to come out of banks. How much, I don't know. It's not going to be like flood stage up here, but it will come out those pastures back there. Alexis, I can't see that name. Some of these names, guys, you may have been here, and if you have been, I thank you for being here. And some of you may be new, and I'm thanking you for coming to visit with us. I think you'll like these folks. Ronnie and I was talking yesterday, and in fact, G and I've had this talk many times. I think the whole family, Dan and all of us talking about the other night, my people, and it made me feel good. His dad's people are like a big family. They all like each other. They all talk to each other. They all they even communicate off camera, you know. And I thought that's so awesome because that's what it is. And he said they're like a big family over there on Dad's channel, and you don't see that nowhere else. And because all channels have people that watch them, you know, and you want that. You want that because, well, y'all know, you know, that's what, you know, G's told it too. You know, when you watch a channel, whatever channel, whose ever channel. Uh, it's not costing you nothing, but where that person that made that video gets anything at all, it's when you watch the ads. And I was trying to read about the ads because I had several people ask me, do you have to watch the whole ad? Some ads are so long. I don't think you have to watch the whole ad. If it's less than 30 seconds, you have to watch at least 30 seconds on a short ad. But I think on them real long ads, you have to watch at least 30 seconds. And on short ads, you have to watch the whole thing. Some ads are real short, they're 15, 20 seconds, whatever. And, baby. And then what they do, then YouTube charges that ad company, whoever it is, just make up a name like Woody Shoes. Woody Shoes. Charge them, it's in pennies, it's not dollars, it's in pennies. And then the creator, whether it be me or whoever, gets a percentage of those pennies. It's in pennies. But if you got enough folks watching, enough people watching, then it'll add up to some dollars, and those dollars, I have a retirement. It's not that, it's how I make my living. This, to me, it's entertaining, not only maybe to you guys, but I have fun meeting people. I have fun talking to you people. I have fun telling you things. Some people don't know some of the things that I know. It may not be much. It may not be much. But there may be things you may learn from some of the stuff I tell you. I know some have learned how to make butter. Yeah, you did. But it's fun to me. It's fun to me. And if it wasn't fun, I wouldn't do it, because I can make a living with my retirement. But this is fun. And I like the extra money too, because I'm able to do more for my babies back there in the back. We can have more treats. We can have more of this, more of that. But that's why I was talking about my house. We have a plan on that house. We have a plan. So it's not that anybody has to, worry about us on that house. We got a plan. Hey, come over here, baby.
Hey guys.
Y'all know her?
Y'all
know her?
They know me.
I know. One of them told me a while ago.
A couple of them already got mad at me this morning.
What'd you do, baby?
I told them in my video yesterday that me and Mom have been getting a few furniture pieces for the new house.
I got on to Mom about that.
What did you get
Here
on?
we're downsizing, y'all bringing stuff home.
I know, but you're downsizing from big rooms to small rooms. So we're getting just small furniture. There is a reason to it. You can't drag a 7-foot long dresser into a 7-foot wide room. So.
In other words, you can only lay in your bed a certain direction.
Yes, that's right. That's right. There won't be a whole lot of feng shui in this house. You know what that means?
I don't need much. I'm never in the house.
Yeah, I know that's true.
Long,
All right, Mom says Coda's staying with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got her.
We're gone.
All right, love.
Tell Dad her breakfast cheese and crackers is in the very back of the kitchen fridge.
Your cheese and crackers.
Oh yeah, I got it. I got it, baby.
All right, love you.
I love y'all. Y'all be careful.
Okay.
Be glad to get rid of them too. Don't tell them I said that. See, when they leave, I'm in charge. I'm in charge. Anyway, back to my stuff. I just, I enjoyed it. I think everybody that makes videos enjoy it. They don't do it. I don't think anybody does it for the money. I mean, the money is good. If you get $1 or $100, it's good. We have a plan on our house, so I don't want nobody you guys worry about that. Y'all just sit back, kick back, and watch us get it done, okay? Not gonna be a big house. It's gonna be smaller than what I've got now. It's gonna be big enough for me and G. And Ben on weekends or Lex on weekends, and we'll have space for a baby. Always be a space for a baby. Yeah. Okay, talking about the garden here. Janet says she saves her coffee grounds from the garden. Janet, I think you're right. I've heard eggshells, coffee grounds, All this stuff is good. I'm gonna tell you about tomatoes. According to Cuz, horse poop. Yeah. Cuz says nothing's better for tomatoes than horse poop. He goes to a horse ranch every in the spring because they clean their stables out every day, and it's just a huge mound of horse poop. And he backs his trailer up there, and the guy takes his tractor and the front end loader, and he loads all he wants. And that's what he puts in all of his beds for his tomatoes. And he said, man, they just, and they do, they go. They go. So that's just a little tidbit. That didn't cost nothing either. I can pass this on to you. Will, you might try some horse poop in your peanut patch. We raised peanuts one time. Did I ever tell y'all that? I'll tell you a quick story. Peanuts. My dad, we done it several times, several years. Got the urge to plant some peanuts. And went out there, and I don't remember a whole lot about how we did. I remember we go along dropping them little peanuts ever so far apart, little raw peanuts. And they came up, made a big like bush, and when the time come, my dad was down there and go out and check. And when the time come, he took his plow and it went down the road in his plow, and it would roll them up. And then you take them and kind of shake all the dirt off. You had all them peanuts hanging on the roots. The peanuts grow on the roots. And we took them and put them in the barn, up in the loft where the hay was, and just piled them up, and they dry. And then up in the wintertime, we'd give the plant part, the old plant part had the leaves on to the cows. The cows loved them. But the peanuts themselves, we'd pull them off and put them in buckets, bring them in the house. And my dad roast peanuts sometimes at night on the old cook wood stove, put a pan up there, a bunch of old skillet with a bunch of old peanuts in it, and roll them back and forth till they got, roasted. Us kids sat there and eat raw peanuts all the time. Yeah, so it's nothing wrong with being a goober farmer, Will. Ronnie, there's nothing wrong with that. Jimmy Carter was president. Well, he's a goober farmer. There's nothing wrong with it. And Ronnie's got one tomato that he got from his neighbors. He borrows it. I know he borrowed it. He goes over and gets it, packs it over to his house, so his house will be the backdrop. Takes a picture of it. Look at my tomatoes. Look at my tomatoes. Pansies. Pansy farmers. Then when it's all over, he takes that plant back. And I'm sure when we go up there, I think we're going Saturday, take them goats up there and pick up that calf. I think. We got to get permits first. We've been told we can't go into Louisiana without permits. We can't leave that Texas border without permits. They don't trust us. But we get over there, I'm going to take a video of Ronnie. And I'm going to take a video of his garden. His flower garden his wife has, beautiful. Yeah, I'm going to take a video of that little tomato plant. And probably go over to his neighbor's house. You probably see where that pot sits all the time. It's probably got a place where it sits. I'm trying to catch up on what y'all are saying. Peggy, thank you so much. There's no need, listen to me. Peggy hit on it right there. We don't have, nobody here needs to argue about anything. We don't have to agree on everything. We ain't got to argue about it either. Because things I do, you may not want to do it, or you may see it know a better way. That's fine, I don't see nobody arguing either, Deborah. I'm just saying, I saw that comment. We don't need to argue on here. This is a good place to be, just a friendly place to be, just everybody get along. And what I think thrills me the most, I've said it before, is to know that so many of you guys have made friends with each other, and I feel responsible. Yeah. In a way, I am. In a way, y'all found a place to meet. Oh, yeah, I know you had to say it. Well, we had to meet looking at him, but well, I got blue eyes. Ronnie, I got blue eyes. Anyway, boiled peanuts. Oh, it was good with cold beer. I could probably drink a cold beer, but I don't know boiled peanut with it. I sure don't want no. Back in the day, I'll say this before I close. Back in the day when I used to touch a beer now and then, some of these old bars you go into, young guy. There'd have these old pickled eggs. I think, who in the world would eat a pickled egg with their beer? Not me. I sure would want to eat that pickled egg and kiss somebody. I'm just picking on you folks. I love y'all. Peanuts and Coke. As kids growing up, we'd put peanuts, old Tom's peanut pack, you open them and pour them into, I always liked the orange soda, peanuts in the orange soda. Others had different kinds of drinks. Oh, that's better than that. That's better. Okay, there's Faithful Wendy. I didn't see what Faithful Wendy said, but Faithful Wendy, I love you. Steve, I love you too, guys. You know Susan, and old Hank, and sure, and little Tiger. Well, yeah, pickled pig's feet's different, Ronnie. It's not a pickled egg. Pickled pig. Steph come down with some pickled eggs. Try it. No, please don't make me take a tiny bite. I don't want this thing. I like boiled eggs, but I don't want no pickled egg. I like roasted peanuts. I like raw peanuts. I don't like peanut butter. That don't make sense. Gina tell me that just don't make no sense. You don't like peanut butter, but you sit there and eat peanuts all day. Yeah, it's just a difference. Pickled beets are delicious, Deborah, I'm sorry. Pickled beets, I love them. I did a garden one time after G and I got married, shortly after we got married, and I did some beets, and they flourished. And it was our first time ever to do beets, but we did them, and they were delicious. And I've never been able to grow beets. I finally quit trying after. Something just didn't work right for me on the beets. Guys, we're already over in 62 minutes. I know y'all ready to get out of here and leave me. I love pickled beets. I love them today. If you buy those in a can at the store, they're not spicy enough. I'll pour the juice out and I'll pour vinegar over them. Let them sit for a little while. Whew, they good. They good. I love you guys. Laurie likes Cajun spiced boiled peanuts. Well, if they spiced up, it might be okay. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you back here on Friday morning. Love and peace. What they do? The hippies? I think something like that. Yeah. Peace, the peace sign. I love you guys, every one of you. And I'll see you back here on Friday. I'll see you on a video tomorrow. I haven't made a video for tomorrow yet. I've got one started. I'll show you some things I did yesterday to finish my video. I got several minutes of one already started, but I need to finish it up and get it out for you for tomorrow morning. Some things I did yesterday by myself, and it actually come out pretty good. But I'll show you that. I've got to, as soon as the weather clears, I've got to make a video about that generator. I've got to. They've asked me several times when I'm gonna be able to do it. I said, you can't do it in the rain. You can't take a generator out there in the rain. I love you guys. I'll see y'all. Y'all take care. God bless you. Pray for the sick, okay? And keep on Ronnie and Stan, his friend, in your prayers. So Stan he's probably gonna go meet the good Lord here pretty soon, and y'all just pray for him, okay? I love you guys. Now, I didn't mean that bad. He's a Christian. He's saved, so he's ready, and I think he knows it too. I love you guys.